Hello, Mount Calvary, and welcome to your daily devotional. I'm Vicar Tim, and we're starting something new this week. We're going to start a walk through Judges. And to get into Judges, we're going to go through the prologue today. And we're going to kind of figure out why the Judges are there. And there's going to be 3 steps to that. And today is really just going to be a background. It's not really going to be an application study. It's more going to be, alright, where's Israel at in the book of Judges? And the book of Judges is one of my favorite books. It's got some of the best stories in the whole Bible. It is my favorite book because of some of those stories. Ehud, Samson, Barak, Gideon, great people, Deborah. We're going to see spikes go through head. We're going to see some violence. It's going to be great. So let's figure out where Israel is in this book. Well, if you look at your Bible, Judges is the 7th book. It comes after Joshua. Joshua picks up when Moses dies. Judges picks up when Joshua dies. And in Judges, we're going to see a series of heroes, some more than others, who listen to God and lead Israel. But let's figure out why the Judges come. And so in this prologue, which is really the first 2 chapters of Judges, go ahead and read them yourself. If you want to. It's not a long read. It's pretty quick. We're going to see 3 things happen. First, Israel is going to disobey God's kind of military command. So you say, I'll give it to you. Just make these people leave. And then we're going to see Israel turn away from God spiritually. So we've seen them turn away temporarily. And then we're going to see them turn away spiritually. And then we're going to see God's answer to Judges. And in that last part, we're going to kind of see the cycle that's going to be lived out in this book of the Bible, that we're going to walk through probably for a couple weeks together, probably through a couple months. We still got some time, so we should be able to get through it all together. And I hope you can see with me why this book is so great and why we should get back into it and read it more. So let's get into it. Judges 1:1. After the death of Joshua, the people of Israel inquired of the Lord, who shall go up first against the Canaanites, and fight against them? The Lord said, Judah shall go up. Behold, I have given the land into his hand. Alright. From this point all the way up to verse 27, Israel is going to listen to God. And God's going to say, okay, here you go. Here's the land I promised you. This is the promised land. I will continue to make those Canaanites fall to you in battle, and all those foreigners fall to you, because you are my people. You are my chosen ones. You are my sons and daughters who I rescued from Egypt, who I made that promise to through your father Abraham. These are my people, and so he will give to them what is theirs, their land. Verse 27, though. Manasseh makes a mistake. You see, this tribe of Manasseh did not drive out the inhabitants of Beth-shean and its villages, or Tanakh and its villages, or the inhabitants of Dor and its villages, or the inhabitants of Iblim and its villages, or the inhabitants of Megiddo and its villages, for the Canaanites persisted in dwelling in that land. When Israel grew strong, they put the Canaanites to forced labor, but did not drive them out completely. Right, so here we are. And God gives them all these really kind of cities, Beth-shean, Tanakh, Dor, Iblim, Megiddo. These are cities you can go and see. And he gives them to them, and they're supposed to say, okay, now foreigners, you gotta go. This is our land now. But some of those Canaanites said, no, we'll stay. We like it. We got nice homes, and we got, places where we know food is, and we can grow it, and clean water. And in Manasseh, they get kind of like, okay. And eventually they go strong enough, and they force these foreigners to be labor. If you think about that, that makes sense. Why should we do the hard work when we have these foreigners we basically can do this for us? And then we never have to, get hurt. We never have to work hard. They'll do it for us. It makes sense. And this will catch on through a bunch of the tribes. Through Ephraim, Zebulun, Asher, Naphtali, Naphtali. And so some of these parts of Israel aren't listening. And this will cause an angel of the Lord to come. And really, this angel or messenger of the Lord, he doesn't sound just like a messenger. It sounds like God himself is speaking. And in these times, sometimes, there's this thought that this could be more than just an angel, that this could be Jesus himself before he became a baby, a pre-incarnate Christ, who is coming to them. Somehow, what's it look like? I don't know. But he's coming with them to the word and discussing with them. Chapter 2. Now the angel of the Lord went up from Gilgal to Bochum. And he said, I brought you up from Egypt and brought you into the land I swore to give to your fathers. I said, I will never break my covenant with you, and you shall make no covenant with the inhabitants of this land. You shall break down their altars, but you have not obeyed my voice. What is this you have done? So now I say, I will not drive them out before you, but they shall become thorns in your sides, and their God shall be a snare to you. And then the angel, as soon as he finishes this, or the messenger, or Jesus, as soon as he finishes saying this, the whole nation of Israel cries out and weeps. So they've realized they've done messed up. And we see them done messed up in verse 11. The people of Israel did what was evil in the sight of the Lord and served the Baals. And they abandoned the Lord, the God of their fathers, who had brought them out of the land of Egypt. They went after other gods from among the gods of the peoples who were around them, and bowed down to them. And they provoked the Lord to anger. They abandoned the Lord and served the Baals and the Ashtaroth. So the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he gave them over to plunderers who plundered them. So we see them really mess up. Now they go back to idols like the golden calf, and God punishes them. He hands them over to plunderers. And so now we kind of see the summarization of why these judges come in verse 16. Then the Lord raised up judges who saved them out of the hand of those who plundered them. But they did not listen to their judges, for they whored after other gods and bowed down to them. They soon turned aside from the way in which their fathers had walked, who had obeyed the commandments of the Lord, and they did not do so. Whenever the Lord raised up judges for them, the Lord was with the judge, and he saved them from the. He saved them for the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge. For the Lord was moved to pity by the groaning because of those who afflicted and oppressed them. But whenever the judge died, they turned back and were more corrupt than their fathers, going after other gods, serving them and bowing down to them. They did not drop any of their practices or their stubborn ways. So this is kind of prologue, right? Idolatry, God will correct with a judge. And then that judge will die, and they'll go even farther away. This kind of sets the scene for what we'll be going through the next couple of weeks, next couple of devotions. The first judge, of course, is Othniel in verse 7 of chapter 3. And we'll kind of be going through some of these stories. Ehud, personal favorite, we'll get to him this week. We're going to kind of see what these judges can say about our lives and our world, how they can be examples of faith, how they can be these stories kind of show us and reflect on our lives. Hope you enjoy this. Hope you're looking forward to this. Like I said, I would encourage you to read all the way up to chapter 3, verse 6. It's really a quick read, and it's a fun read. Have a great day.